Hiya. Ooh. Right. Who would have thought the two paper cups, one on each end of a long piece of string, one that somebody speaks into and the other one held up against someone's ear, who would have thought that that contraption would have evolved into a camera phone that not only helps us communicate and but can also entertain, spread fear and politicize everyone. I mean, me personally, I don't own a camera phone, smartphone. I've still got one of these old-fashioned Nokia jobs. Shit, just went off. Bear with me a second. Oh, sorry about that. That was my friend Michael Hole texting me. Safe, Mike. Yeah, for all those that are new to the channel, the reason that I'm wearing sunglasses is because I had a stroke at the end of last year, and if I stared at the screen for too long, it makes me want to puke. Okay. Where was it? Yeah, I don't own a smartphone. And one of the reasons that I don't own a smartphone is, yeah, I don't want to be tempted and get addicted to pornography again. Okay, I've spent so much time knocking my top off that I'm surprised it works anymore. I'm 52 years of age now, and I need to save my loads for my next relationship, because it could very well be my last. Also, I don't want to be bombarded with bullshit, and I don't want to be brainwashed with propaganda, because it comes at you from all sides, whether it be the right, the left, conspiracy theories, celebrities, Joe Blogs having his say. Now, I'm not interested anymore. I'm sick of it. It's all propaganda, you know. Somebody says, oh, what are you talking about, propaganda? All the articles and segments that I read and the memes that I post, they align perfectly with my particular views and opinions, therefore they have to be true. They have to be true. God forbid all my friends at university find out that after all my chit-chat, that in reality I know absolutely fuck all beyond all the facts and figures that I plagiarise from my preferred news sources. It's not like I read the tabloids like those smelly factory workers over there. No. You know, and then you get the other ones who post memes and stories about how you're no longer allowed to say Merry Christmas to anybody in public, or how they were banned from their local corner shop because they were wearing a poppy on Remembrance Day. Man, it's like, you know, if you really want people to believe your bullshit, you've got to start being a little bit more inventive and change the record, okay? Because it's not working. You're just wasting your time. Now, and that don't sound like any corner shop I know. Because in my experience, all they want is your fucking money, okay? Convenience and commerce. Now, and the only reason you have been banned from the local corner shop is because you were being abusive towards the owner, because he banned your son because your son was trying to nick some of his goods. And the man's got a business to run, okay? That's how he feeds his family. That's his livelihood. And just because you've lived on the estate all your life, you still think that that gives you the right to push people around and bully everyone and be horrible. It's not his fault that you haven't instilled basic manners and values and principles into your fucking offspring, okay? That's your fault. Nobody said you can't celebrate Christmas, you donut. That's propaganda. What are you talking about, propaganda? What's that? It's a place in Africa, isn't it? I don't care. I'm sick of it. Ever since the pandemic, I'm sick of people on the right, on the left, conspiracy theorists, celebrities, telling me that I need to wake up. You need to wake up. I was watching YouTube last night, or getting stoned, and it opened my eyes. alright, and you need to wake up too. Oh, fuck off. Okay, I am awake, alright? The only difference between me and you is when I woke up, I rubbed my eyes, I had a shower, I brushed my teeth, had a cup of coffee, scratched my ass, and when I went outside, I chose to be respectful to people and to accept them. And I chose not to judge people solely on the basis of what they look like, or what they believe in, or what they got, or what they haven't got, or what clothes they wear. And I chose not to judge people solely on the basis of who they vote for. Alright? I don't know about any of you, but I have my vote, and then that's it. I forget about it, and I just get on with my life, and I enjoy my music, and I enjoy my views, and I have my views, and I have my opinions, but I very rarely talk about it in real life, because it's all dead air. Fuck the noise. Because in my world, the man that voted Conservative and voted for Brexit and will probably vote for reform, when the family from the Czech Republic moved in down the street, okay, he didn't protest, he didn't get angry and give them a mouthful, he didn't firebomb their home, he helped them fix the fence, he helped them paint the fence, and he was interested in their history, where they're from, why they've come here. And he explained to him the rules regarding recycling. He said, yeah, you put that in the blue bin, then you put that in the green bin, and you put all that stuff in the black bin. And he was very, very welcoming. Whereas Little Miss Bossy Boots, okay, who shall not be named, who's constantly on the internet, calling everybody a Nazi, pointing out everybody's discrepancies. Yeah, she doesn't even speak to him, and I think seems like she's a little bit afraid of him. I wonder why. I wonder why. Yeah, it don't matter. I mean, there's youngsters now, okay, you know, in their late teens, early 20s, they're being politicised with their phones, and they're talking, oh yeah, there's going to be a civil war soon, there's going to be a civil... What the fuck? Who told you that? Alright. Yeah, and if it is going to be a civil war, okay, I guarantee you, all those influencers and political figures that you're listening to, okay, if there is going to be a civil war, I guarantee you that they will not be in the streets on the front line fighting with you. Alright? They'll be in the Costa del Sol, soaking up the sunshine, sniffing cocaine, drinking lagers, and contacting, communicating with you via satellite on their iPhones. Hey, hello everyone. Keep on fighting the good fight. Well done. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share my propaganda. Goodbye. Pass me another drink. That's the way I see it. Alright. Right or wrong. I mean, I remember when I was young, I was about 23, and I was in the Green Parrot pub, and I'd just come from meeting a friend who was selling me a pirated videotape. And before I was on the way to meet my girlfriend, I sat in the Green Parrot pub, and there were four young lads, skateboarders, and one of them was there smoking a cigarette, because you could smoke back then, and he was staring at me. You know, I wasn't wearing glasses at the time, my eyesight wasn't too good, but I'm thinking, is he staring at me? Is he looking at me? Well, you know, yeah, he's staring at me. It made me feel uncomfortable, so, you know, I got my videotape, and I left the pub. And as I'm walking down the street, I get hit on the back of the head. I turns around, I get hit on my hand. This guy's hitting me with his skateboard. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he looked at me and said, you fucking fascist. and then walked off. And I'm like, what the hell do you do that for? Fast forward to about 3 weeks later, I'm in a club in Cardiff called Metros. Plays good music, alternative music. And one of the lads comes up to me and says, "Hey man, were you're the guy that my mate hit on the head with a skateboard. Look, I'm really sorry, I apologise. Okay, he split up with his girlfriend. He was really down, and what it is he saw that you had Romper Stomper written on the side of the videotape, and he'd just read a review in the NME about how Romper Stomper was a racist film, and it was very fascist, and that's why he thought you were a fascist." I turned to him, I went, "What's a fascist?" He went, "What?" And I went, "What's a fascist?" Because, yeah, I'd heard the word before, but I'll be honest, I'm uneducated, I hardly went to school, and I started working from the age of 16, 17. I didn't know, and he said, "Oh, you know, like a Nazi, a racist," and because I used to trade on the black market with band videos, and at the time Romper Stomper, I don't know if any of you are familiar with it, with Russell Crowe, and he stars about Nazi skinheads, and at the time that film was controversial, and I think it was banned, and somebody sold it to me on videotape, and because the word Romper Stomper was written on the side of the cassette, and this young lad who I was told was a member of the the Anti-Nazi League, I think. Because he was a member of the Anti-Nazi League, he thought that he could hit me across the back of the head with a skateboard and call me a fascist, which was ironic considering that I was on the way to meet my girlfriend at the time, who was black. Yeah, merely a coincidence. I mean, her skin colour was never really an issue to me until I got my head split open. Alright. Should have seen the poor woman's face when I had to tell her that we were no longer an item because I was a racist thug who was too stupid to realise that he'd been sleeping with a black woman for the past 2 months. She was absolutely devastated, not to mention all my mates in the National Front. It's a joke, okay? Not the being hit part, okay, the National Front part. But yeah, and I'm not saying that everybody on the left is like that, okay? The same way I don't think that everybody who votes right is a fascist or a Nazi. But the way I see it is those that ram their politics down your throat or conspiracy theories, they have this little look in their eye that tells me that they would gladly volunteer to be the one that puts the blindfold around my head before gently placing me up against a tree to be shot for whatever fucking cause they believe in. Alright, that's the way I see it, right or wrong, okay? I'm 51 years of age, I don't care anymore. Alright, you know, I've been a horrible, hateful bastard in the past. I've said and done things that I am very ashamed of. But I've learned, and I'm maturing, and I don't care, fuck the noise. Alright, I don't care anymore. And the way I see it, ever since the pandemic, okay, and since I've been going online, whether it be George Floyd or what happened last year in Southport, all I see is people using those atrocities to garner support, and then if you don't support them or you don't agree with what they're saying, they then try to make you feel guilty and imply that you might very well be complicit in those atrocities, as if you think it's a good thing or that you might be part of the problem. Sick fuckers. I hate it, man. You know, I don't trust any of them. Alright, any of these political figures. I don't trust them. And yeah, I mean, as far as politics to go, the way I see it is they give with one hand, they take with the other, and they never live up to their promises. People say, oh, well, that's why I'm voting for Nigel Farage, because, yeah, he has got the same views and opinions as I have. Yeah, that's his prerogative. He's a politician, you moron. Okay, he'll tell you what you want to hear so that you'll vote for him. And then if he gets into power, I guarantee it'll be business as usual. Nothing will really change, okay? Not for me and you. Alright? And then when he doesn't deliver on the promises that he promised you that made you vote for him in the first place, he'll blame it on the last government, whether it be Labour or Conservatives or anything else. It's always different and it's always the same, and I'm too old and just... That's why I've shut people down lately, you know. So I don't want to know, don't want to talk about it. Okay, let's talk about movies. I want to talk about movies. Let's talk about the new Nosferatu film. Alright, let's talk about the subside. I'm not interested in politics. Okay, I respect you as a person, as a human being, but I don't want to hear about it anymore, okay? It's like, I don't want to know. It's too depressing. And yeah, you know, that's it. As far as I'm concerned, you know, for all those that, when I had my Facebook page that commented using the death of, or the murder of those 3 girls in Southport as an excuse to have a pop at me. Say, 3 girls dead in England. What have you got to say about that, boyo? You know, how can you put that on to me just because I'm saying something you don't like or agree with? Okay, don't. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I don't like ball games. Alright, I don't care about your football. I don't care about your rugby. Okay, I couldn't give any less of a fuck about any of your football teams. Alright, it's like watching paint dry. Okay, I respect those that enjoy it, but don't ask me. To go, oh, Kev, fancy coming down the pub and watching the rugby? Seeing the Wales game? Nah, it's okay. I'd rather just stay here and pour aftershave into my urethra and see if it stings. Okay, I got no interest. But what I think they should start doing is maybe anybody that goes around and commits an atrocity like that, okay, and I don't care whether they have just come off the boats illegally, or whether they're British, born and bred with blonde hair and blue eyes. Okay, they could shit Union Jacks out of their fucking ass every time they go to the toilet, and they could bleed red, white and blue. If they're going around committing atrocities like that, then I think they should be handed over to the general public and ripped to shreds in front of 100 camera phones. If Jake Paul and Mike Tyson can generate millions and millions of dollars by hyping up and then competing in the most saddest, disappointing scam of a boxing match in the whole history of boxing matches, if they can make millions from that, then why can't we generate money from giving the public what they want and murdering all these sick fuckers? Alright. People say, oh, well, you can't do that. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. To televise such an event would be barbaric. So, okay, I work, I pay my taxes. I want to sit down, eat my tea, and I want to see that little fucker get pulled apart limb from limb in high definition on my widescreen television. Okay, I want to see him be discarded in the gutter like a broken Action Man doll. I don't care. Alright, you do something like that, you do not deserve forgiveness. Okay, and I'm a very empathetic person. I believe in the power of forgiveness. But there are some things that cannot be forgiven. Alright? Yeah, get rid of him. I mean, I remember years ago watching a documentary on the Moors murderers about Ian Brady. And I remember on the documentary, this guy was saying that he went into the cell to ask Ian Brady while he was dying if he would give information regarding where he had buried the remains of one of the children that he had murdered. And instead of confessing on his deathbed, he just went like that. And then there was another guy, a psychiatrist, discussing some of the things that he said, and I thought, why have we got to keep this piece of shit why have we got to pay our money towards keeping him alive and feeding him? What they should have done is dragged him out of his cell and just said, all right, Ian, you're free to go, mate. You're free to go. There's a carrier bag with your toothbrush and the clothes in it that you were arrested in. Okay, you're free to go. Leave through the fire exit. Okay, you go, walk up the alleyway to your right, and then you'll come out onto the main road, and yeah, you're free. What are you talking about? I've got nowhere to go. I'll be bloody ripped apart out there. They'll rip me to shreds. Well, sorry, Ian, but you should have thought that before you committed those murders. Alright, you'll have a camera crew following you because we made a deal with Netflix, and the British public will be deciding what happens and how you are going to be murdered. I'd tune in, I'd watch that. Seriously. Definitely. No sympathy at all. If they're 100% certain that a particular person have committed atrocities like that, do away with them. Okay, I don't care how barbaric that is. That's how I feel about it. Okay. I know I'm getting nasty, folks. I don't feel too good. But all joking aside, I think the reason I'm saying this is because I know a few people that because of the information they're getting over their phones, it's made them ill, very ill, mentally. Okay? The internet combined with weed doesn't do you any good. I mean, about 17 years ago, I went right down the conspiracy theory rabbit hole because I was pretty late to the internet. But my sister gave me her old computer, and I started watching 8-hour seminars on YouTube. I was smoking weed, and I started to believe everything because it enchanted me. It made me feel that my life wasn't going the way I wanted. Okay, it wasn't because of the drugs. It wasn't because of things that had happened in my past that I refused to process. It wasn't because I hadn't yet faced my demons. It was because of the lizard people were controlling me. And I remember me and my girlfriend at the time, we went for a weekend away in Brighton. And I got off the coach at Victoria Station, and this little dog, ran up to me. I'm like, hey, hello there, where are you going here? All of a sudden, police officers surrounded me, okay, with automatic weapons. And they're like, put your hands up, like, whoa, put your hands up, okay, turn around. I got turned around, put up against the wall. They went through my pockets, they patted me down, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. My girlfriend's there. Yeah, she took a picture at the time, actually. But I'm there, I'm petrified. Like, what the fuck's going on? And looking through my pockets, and I'm like, look, guys, I haven't done anything. And then when I walked away, in my mind, I was thinking, it's right. I've been collecting all this information off YouTube, all these facts, and now that I know what's really going on, okay, now that I've woken up, the police are letting me know that they're onto me, and they know that I have been watching YouTube videos that are giving out all this secret information. It turns out that the reason they stopped me was because when I got back to the hotel, I pulled out a cigarette packet from the lining in my coat, and there was 5 ecstasy pills and a lump of hash. That's why they stopped me. And but no, I still continued to go down the rabbit hole, and I made myself very ill. And I in my mind, I remember I was coming down off ecstasy. I was taking 7 pills a day just to work, and I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep for about 7-8 days, and when I was falling asleep, all I could hear was voices in my head going, your dead eyes are dreaming, your dead eyes are dreaming, your dead eyes are dreaming. And then when I read a particular book from David Icke, there was a little thing in there that said there are people that have, I think, are mind controlled, and they call them dead eyes. And that was it, man. I thought I was being mind controlled. I made myself ill. I started believing in the lizard people. I started to blame Jewish people for everything that was going wrong in the world. I really, really, really just... And I see other people going down the same path. And what I'm saying, folks, is if just switch it off. Okay, just concentrate on the people that are in your life. Concentrate on your loved ones, your family, and just be respectful, because we all fucking die at the end. Okay. Right. I gotta go now, folks, because I feel like I'm gonna puke. Okay, I'll try and get the next episode up within the next 2 weeks, okay? Thank you for listening, folks, and take care. Peace and love to everyone. Bye.